Is Layla in here? No, just Hughes. Well, shucks a bees. So we checked on the ship. Layla has to be in the forest, I want to say. Or maybe down here. No. Dang. Where could Leela be? Or Layla? Or Leia? I am the great Danuta. Alright. Perhaps she's in Pino's house? Ah, Leela. Opie, Yulia! Layla, it's good to see you. How are you feeling? I'm just fine now, thanks to you. It's been so busy in the forest since we started working on the goddess ship. Are those two goons causing you any trouble? Pierre and Butch, you mean? They're always hard at work from dawn till dusk. Really? Yes, they are an odd pair, aren't they? It's very rare for a monster to grow so attached to another species, especially humans. But Chompy trusts those two as if they are part of his family. That must speak to their possessing pure hearts. Aren't monsters ever wrong? Tee, maybe, but all three of them are very kind. Pierre has been looking in my direction quite a bit, but he won't speak to me, so I asked him out. What? You did? I didn't even think. What? Is that wrong? Is it forward to do that with a human? I asked him to gather some mushrooms with me. He ran off, stopped, and accompanied me. But he still didn't say anything the entire time. Yeah, that is kind of weird. He certainly has a good eye for mushrooms. He could rival even our best mushroom pickers here. I think he's had quite a bit of practice with that. The humans I met recently have shown me how much there is to learn in the world. These friendships have happened so quickly, and yet the bonds feel well-worn in a good way. I can't wait to visit other parts of Reveria so I can meet other humans. Well, if that's what you want, Layla. Your wish has been heard. Did you make that light just then, Yulia? Yeah, I sparkle sometimes. Can't help it. That's amazing. Is there no limit to your wondrous powers? Ha! Well, you know, I mean, maybe someday we'll have time to sit down and I can teach you some tricks. Oh, that would be so wonderful. I would love to be able to sparkle on cue. Do you think maybe once all this is over, since Pino said I would be free to travel, perhaps I could accompany you and Opie on one of your journeys sometime? Oh my goodness, of course, we'd like that. What do you say, Opie? He likes the idea. Great, I look forward to making new friends with the two of you at my side. Alright, now to Ophelia, which I might cut this part, who knows. I'll probably forget. But we gotta go back to the castle, seems like. Right? Isn't that where Ophelia would be? Of course that's where Ophelia would be. Don't be ridiculous. I am the great Danuta. Go. Oi! Alright, let's run back through this forest and get to Dicasso. Oh wait, hold on a second. Map. Travel to guild office. Alright, cool. Alright. Now we're back in Reveria. Oh, Castile Castle. Alright. Is she not here? If she's not here, I'm gonna have to just flip my lid. Oh wait, there's Ophelia. We Gucci! You two are already back at it? I thought you might take a moment or two to rest. There's something about meeting such wonderful people that's quite energizing. Yes, I've been lucky enough to make friends with some extremely exceptional individuals. It was quite lovely to see the Great Spirit. It has been such a long time. She said she hasn't seen you since you were a girl. That is true. I've spent much of my years growing up thinking upon and missing the forest. I designed this courtyard so I could feel at least a bit of nature here inside the castle. I also sometimes decorate my walls and floor with these sort of designs. Alright. Alright. I hope you all make good use of them. Why didn't you ever go back to visit the forest? Well, there was the risk of the village would have been discovered by others. Naturally, Eric would worry about me, so I would have to take attendants along. And you saw up here and Butch bumbled their way into the village even just this one time I visited him. That's actually a good point. There's a good chance they would have bumbled into a lot of things. Well, while it's true that we live in a world of peace-loving citizens, everybody has a different ways of thinking, some which can be dangerous to the forest spirits. At least Pierre and Butch are harmless. See, long ago, the Elder was infested by dark magic. If it hadn't been for the Great Spirit protecting the forest, who knows what would have happened. We would probably have a North Grassy Plains now where the forest once stood. I guess sometimes I can be a little naive about things like that. No, I often wonder if perhaps I simply worry too much about these things. I thought it was too early for humans and spirits to be reunited. It turns out I was wrong. When I saw you two, Laura, Pino, and Layla, I knew if it were to ever happen, the time is now. Y'all managed to build a wonderful friendship, regardless of who or what you were. Of course, that's what friends do. You make it sound so simple, Yulia. I hope all beings will be able to see through your lens. I will do everything I can to make that hope a reality. For it's true, it is in fact simple. Danuta Galiba. So that's what you want most, Queen Ophelia? Well, your wish has been heard. I had a good feeling about that wish. Do you really think so? Everyone in Reveria has been so kind, even to a simple butterfly like me. It's clearly inside them. All they do is open themselves up and let that energy fly. You have the most wonderful perspective. Yulia, our world is better for having you in it. Indeed, I think you may be right. Thank you for helping me believe again in what is truly important. Okie dokie. We got all these little missions done. Now let's finish the game. Come on. I got training to do, yo. Bliss check. Ho ho! Alright, Happy Movie Theater. Opie, do you have a sec to chat? Alright. Save me progress. Oh, there's my dog, Spanky. Hiya, bite you, Spanky. I'm glad we made friends with Pino and Layla. I guess it just shows that people from different worlds can be friends too. But the most surprising thing was Pam knew who I was. Or maybe the most surprising thing was that she didn't seem surprised at all. Oh, sorry, once I get going, I guess it can be kind of hard to stop sometimes. Hey, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be thrilling to go on a flight to a brand new world? What? Man, what you mean, brand new world? Uh-oh. Father, we found the ship Mother used to travel to Reveria all those years ago. And our work inspired the King of Castile to organize a Reveria summit. Representatives from all the different lands will attend. The pirate nobles, the dark soul, and even the forest folk. They're all coming together to talk about finding a way to save Reveria. I know they're very serious about all of this, and I have no doubts they can pull it off. So please, if there's anything you can do, we just need a little more time. Neither snow nor gloom of night, nor the pressure of the adoring crowds, stays this courier from the swift completion of another perfect mail delivery. We are truly witnessing a future postal Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go read the letter in my mailbox. Invitation to the Reveria Summit. Your presence requested at the Reveria Summit to be held in Castile's Castle's Great Hall. King Eric of Castile. Okie doke. I'm so excited for the summit. I wonder if I should change first. Maybe not. Wings are good for casual and business attire. I hope Olivia and Damien are able to make it too. Opie, let's hurry to the castle.
Tale of Lunaris, Chapter 6.
Okie dokie. I'm on my way. Out of my way, old man. You know what, Opie? I'm thinking maybe I should go more formal for this and take my true form. I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to pull one over on them. This is an important affair, after all. Ta-da! Okay, let's get going in. Hang on a second. I think I'm getting too used to being a butterfly. I get a little wobbly right when I transform, but I think I'm good to go now. Let's do it!
Yulia, join your party.
Yulia.
To the summit, go to the great hall.
Mustang and Odin?
Some Mustang, if you please.
My apologies, of course.
I suppose I can forgive you, considering you used to be a butterfly and all.
I'm getting much better when it comes to etiquette and social customs, though.
We appreciate what you've done for us. You two shall be legendary, don't you agree, Sir Odin? Why, Sir Odin, he was just telling me how he was witness to your bravery in Almagique. Isn't that right, Sir Odin? Why, yes it is, Sir Mustang. I must also say that I've heard many tales of your own bravery, good sir. Oh, go on, Sir Odin.
Odin, what's the matter?
Nothing.
It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you as well. Okay, well, as fascinating as this is, I shall return to my post. You two go on inside, everyone is waiting. Sir Odin, it has indeed been an honor meeting such an esteemed and noble magic knight. Fine.
Opie, let's go. Well, shucks. Are we all met then? First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming. Just by your presence here, you have acknowledged the gravity of the situation that threatens Reveria. I thank you in advance for sharing your wisdom with all of us. This will truly take a united effort. Take it away, Butterfly Girl. Thank you, King Eric. Hello, okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Yulia. We have all met before, although some of you may not recognize me. My human form is a bit more bulky than my, previous form. You're that butterfly... Wait, how did I do her voice? You're that butterfly we met, right? Or is there something else I'm missing here? Yes, that's me. Did everyone know it was me all this time? I need to learn some better voice modulation. Anyway, yes, thank you for coming. I think you all know parts of the situation. But the reality is such that the overall picture is much worse than you might suspect. Reveria is in grave danger and our time is rapidly running out. If we don't act soon, the entire sky is, well, it's going to fall. Completely. The Doomstones were a sign of the impending disaster. The Doomstones of late have been much larger and have appeared with much more frequency. We still don't even know what these Doomstones actually are. They are chunks broken off from the sky. Broken off from the sky? What do you mean? How is such a thing possible, Yulia? The sky above Reveria, you see, well, it's difficult to explain, but think of it as something like a shell. Okay, that's really frightening when you all do that at the same time. But imagine that this shell covers all of Reveria. The land and its inhabitants are the core of the shell. We're like the egg yolk. I had never even contemplated such a thing, which makes me suspicious, but yet. The power that supported the shell and maintained the integrity of this world is now gone. The shell is crumbling, its pieces are raining down from the sky. These chunks of never-ending energy are Doomstones? Correct. These Doomstones don't contaminate any creatures exposed to their dark power. But if the whole sky falls down, all Reveria would be, what, contaminated? Yes, completely. The destructive powers that emanate from this broken shell will spread through the entire world. My father is certain it cannot be stopped. But that can't be true. We won't let it be true. Who is your father? He's, well, you have to promise you're not all going to flip out with exclamation points if I tell you. But my father is, what's the best way to say it? I guess you would just call him Reveria's creator? Okay, I should have seen that one coming. Murmur, murmur, question? Whisper, whisper, exclamation! What would you call someone who creates a world? We would call it... a god! Sorry, I think I must have misheard you. Did you just say your father created Reveria? It's a lot to take in, I know. It must be hard to believe right away. But I'm trying to be open now with all of you as best I can. Allow me to explain. I feel everyone here should know all that I know. This information might have been useful before we started the summit. There's no use in harping on that now. I trust Yulia and would vouch for her honesty and sincerity. I agree. I propose we trust this girl and carry on with the new knowledge that her dad is a god. Wait, so does that mean the life goddess is your mother? You got it. Your family is literally out this world, huh? Yikes, did you write that one yourself, Lady Olivia? Yulia, you must tell us, why did you keep something like this a secret for so long? Well, before coming here, I had a very intense conversation with my father. I was trying to convince him to let me come down here to Reveria. Reveria was so very dear to Mother. She loved it so much, Father. We can't just stand by and let Reveria be destroyed. I know this is difficult, Yulia. Trust me, child. This is not easy for me either. But Father, there must be a way to save Reveria. There is so much beauty there. If we don't do something to help them, all that beauty will just cease to be. You have to understand these situations are not in our hands anymore, my child. You don't believe that for a second. You taught me I could always change things if I wanted to. Yes, well, and therein lies Reveria's only hope, for only the power of wishes can save it now. Power of wishes? What do you mean? The strongest hopes and desires, the thing that people want to do or want to make happen. There is a power that emerges from choices people make about the way they want to live. Reveria is created and shaped by the wishes of its people. Evidence of their choices everywhere. And so it goes that the world can be saved only through the same power of wishes and sheer will. Other than what your mother had to do to save Reveria in her time, I see no other option. Fine then, I'm going down there. Now Yulia, don't be rash, think about this. What's to think about? Those wishes aren't going to collect themselves, are they? Well no, probably not, but I'm afraid such a task may not be easy as it would initially seem. I understand that. I'm not interested in this because I thought it would be easy, but it must be done. I knew you would see it my way. Sometimes we need to give up on what we want in order to. Later, Father! Well, wait, where are you going? Hold it right there, you simple-minded fool. What now, Noelia? Or Nolia? I'm going down to Reveria, okay? And there's nothing you can say that will stop me. Father, I'm going with Yulia. Oh, gods be flustered. You too, Nolia? Yulia needs someone to watch over her. She can't be trusted down there by herself. Just think of me as her guardian bodyguard. I don't need a guardian or a bodyguard. Oh yeah? Prove it. What are you really up to? You don't even care about Reveria. I told you, you need someone to watch over you. That's not true. There's something you want down in Reveria, but you're not saying what it is. Oh yeah? Prove it. I will. Fine, then do it. I don't even know what we're arguing about anymore. Enough! You both have so much of your mother in you. Once you set your mind on something, you never give up. Yulia, go to Reveria and do what you need. Nolia, go with your sister and try to be nice. Thank you, Father. You're welcome. Just let me make a small alteration before you go. What's this? I have turned you into butterflies. There is an old superstition in Reveria that butterflies bring happiness, I think. Is that why Mother took the form of a butterfly during your time in Reveria? Sure, yes, I think so. It will also help prevent any wasteful use of your powers while you're away. Wasteful use? What do you mean, Father? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I was just mumbling. Nothing you need to be concerned about. I hope it goes without saying, but you girls must not reveal your true selves while in Reveria. Really? Why not? The power of a wish is linked to its organic nature. Any type of fake or forced wish has no power. You must not exert any undue pressure on an individual to reveal his or her true wish. Such an event is very likely to happen if you were walking around as a daughter of the life goddess. Ah, that makes sense. Your time in Reveria must also be limited. What? Why? To answer your first question, your time in Reveria must also be limited. To answer your second question, limiting your time in Reveria is for your safety. That world is in grave danger and its collapse could come on any day now. Therefore, you must return when I call for you. I shall leave a mark upon the face of Lunaris when the danger is imminent. When you see this mark, I expect you to return home immediately. You must promise me you'll look out for a sign upon Lunaris every night without fail. These are my conditions for allowing you to go. I promise to search Lunaris every night. And please, girls, do be very careful down there. It's not like it is here. Things are different in Reveria. I promise we'll be super careful. I shall be watching over both of you, unless I'm busy with other things. Got a lot of going on right now. Goodbye, Father. Wait, I'm going too. How'd she learn to fly so fast? Noelia, try to behave yourself. Well, we'll see how things turn out. I could use a nap right now. Well, divinus. When I descended into Reveria and spoke with the people, everyone was so, how to put it, focused only on their own needs. It sounds like you're saying you don't care if Reveria is destroyed. A true natural disaster such as Doge famine in my world could serve you much more than this. Bro, where are you even talking to this insect? You got a soft spot for the female in all species, eh? What are you talking about? This is a butterfly, a very intelligent and attractive butterfly, that's all. No matter, my brother is correct. We waste our time here when we could be doing something else. Just wait, I want to know how you can't care about Reveria being destroyed. Just explain this to me. Who'd have thought a tiny little bug would make for such a heavy conversation? Don't you know jokes, butterfly? We live in a nice and peaceful world. Butterfly, it's easy to make a living even without a regular job. Well, yeah, but if things get tough, you can always go foraging in the forest. Just hang out somewhere. Things work out in the end, which is why there's no reason to worry about your doomsday nonsense. I didn't get very far with those guys, but it did become very clear to me that so many were more concerned with their own limited worlds. Rather than care about the greater health of the world they all share, very few people were interested in taking up a life, which meant there were fewer wishes around. But then I met Opie. Fresh into his brand new life full of vitality. You're quite lucky, Butterfly. A youngster who at first glance appeared to be a run-of-the-mill no-good-nick, but became a great help. Yes, when I saw Opie, I saw a wish that I could help come true. It sounds like it would be a great help if everyone realized the true power their wishes held. I agree. But it's something that has to come naturally from inside each individual. That's what makes it so hard. A wish has to grow on its own, and its power must then be accepted. So many people shy away from it. It makes me wonder, even if I collected all the wishes in the world, would it be enough to save Reveria? I've traveled far and wide finding out people's wishes and noting them all, and yet it seems like it's just not enough. Don't be silly, my little Butterfly. You have done more than your share. You've brought us a great understanding of the world we often take for granted, Julia. And look what you've done. You've come this far because you wanted to save Reveria, right? Yes. And that was a natural wish, right? Yes, of course. We all want the same thing. Yes, we all share the same wish. Oh, it's true, isn't it? You brought us all together to share the same wish, Julia. This is all thanks to you. Oh no, Laura, thank you. It makes me so happy to hear all this. Now that we are one of mind, we must take action. It is as you say, Hughes, that is why we have assembled here today. I'd like to raise the notion that we file a complaint with Julia's father, Reveria's creator. We'll live here. This is our world. We're very inconvenienced if Reveria is destroyed, right? I propose we go speak with this, this god and tell him how we feel about Reveria. Perhaps if we show him we're making an effort, he will be able to help us. The forest boy's idea isn't so bad. So if you want to go to where? The god's house and knock on his door or something? Sounds like we're taking a trip to Lunares. I'm on board, but how do we get there? Simple, Julia. How do you get... Wait, simple. Julia, how did you get here from Lunares? It's a little embarrassing, but I don't quite remember how I got here. I'm sorry. Well, we're doomed then. It was my first time being a butterfly, so I learned flying was already a lot for me, but it's just a big blur. Haha, sorry, I just got this image of you as a fledgling butterfly trying to fly for the first time. It appears that we are overlooking something. Whoa, that is weird. The goddess ship in the Elderwood. Yes, that's the ship said to have carried the goddess from Lunaris to Reveria. Was that what you had in mind earlier, Pino? Sure, I don't know if that ship will work, however. Hughes, what are the chances of getting that thing into flying shape? I'm sure getting it repaired will not be a problem. But alas, the ship will not fly, I'm afraid. Why not? Stop toying with us, Hughes. Speak plainly. Of course, the reason it won't fly is not a problem with the machinery itself. It's the lack of fuel. It would appear the engine uses a resource that is specific to Lunares. Without obtaining a high-octane floatstone, I'm afraid we won't be able to fly the ship. Wait, we use floatstone all the time. Those are just things that airships run on, right? That's right. Well, let's just get a cart full of floatstones up to the ship and we'll be off. Unfortunately, that will be of no use. According to my calculations, even with all the floatstones of Reveria, we will lack sufficient power. It would need to be a floatstone of exceptionally high, floating power, to use a scientific term. Surely there must be some way we can get our hands on a high-octane floating-powered rock. What about Terra Nimbus, Andy? Don't they supposedly have floatstones there? I don't think I remember reading that. Yes, but that's just legend, isn't it? I mean, well, I guess I shouldn't assume the legends are not true at this point. That being said, how can we locate a legendary floating island? I remember seeing Terra Nimbus in a picture book when I was younger. It's recorded in the lore of Al-Majik, though it is commonly written off as a simple fairy tale. I don't know if anyone has ever seriously considered it could be a real place in Reveria. Well now, let's assume it does exist. Where then would it be? Oh, Terra Nimbus exists? Alright. It sure is a real place, I know, because I've seen it with my very own two eyes. Anyone know this man? Your Kingness, I'm Falcon. I was once considered the leading aviator in all Castile. I was big time. You claim to have espied Terra Nimbus? Oh, I don't know about that, your majestiness, but I've seen it, I swear it. Oh well, that's helpful. Do tell us then, oh great Falcon, where is the island located? I wish I could say, my most noble sire, lordy lord. I saw it back when I was a strapping youth, more strapping than now, I don't remember it so well. But it exists, it floats in the sky, sure as a fly, and as true as I stand before you, my Kingly. Maybe we can all go up in the sky sometime and search for the Summerware Island together.
I'm sorry, my lord. The man tricked us with fake credentials for entry into the summit.
Fake credentials? You didn't seem concerned with my credentials once I gave you all that candy, son.
He ate it all. He didn't even give me any. But regardless, I'm sorry, sir. We're going to have to escort you out.
Well, that's fine. I made enough of a saint here. Goodbye, your royal gracie lordness, sire. My, that was quite unexpected. Falcon, yes, I believe I met him before. I had to reach out to pilots from across the land when I was investigating the goddess ship. He was one of them. Must have slipped and told him of the summit. My apologies, Your Grace. The man is utterly harmless, I assure you. What he said, is any of that true? Well, he was indeed known as the best pilot in Castile for quite some time. His word went far. Ranting from the time of the goddess lived among us, do mention a place called Somewhere Island. But no such island exists on any atlas or map. Which leads me to one conclusion. You believe this place might be Terra Nibus? If it actually exists, then yes, possibly, maybe. The existence and whereabouts of Terra Nibus shall be exhaustively investigated. Astronaut, I believe we should break. My thirst for pickles has been awakened by all this summit stuff. Wow, I get so nervous talking in front of a lot of people. Like that, am I sweating? I feel hot. Well, we got some time now. I think we should go talk to that pilot Falcon. Either he's full of nonsense or he's our only lead. We need to find out on one way or another. Let's go track him down before they reconvene the summit here. Let's go talk to Falcon.
Falcon punch! Odin.
Your Grace. Where's Falcon?